Yeah, it's unusual builds, including blind Blink Dark Templars. Yeah,
Yep.
This is part of it. It's part of his brand.
Yep.
Was the first player to use offensive blind Dark Templars in a tournament match. That's a claim to fame.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe that's why Fear Dragon named himself Fear Dragon.
What are you on, mate?
Because he was inspired by the Blink DTs. He was like, NightMare. Ooh, I need a scary name. Fear. And what else inspires fear? A dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
That's sliding in the top right-hand corner of Eternal Empire LE. We have the Korean Protoss player representing Team Envy. We were just talking about him. He is known for his Blink DTs. Is he going to whip them out here in 2020? We'll find out. It is NightMare.
And in the southwest corner of the map, representing Team Alpha X and the land of Taiwan. His favorite number is, of course, 69. Our red Protoss is nice.
Shaking my head.
We've got a Nexus first versus... Oh no! Well, Nexus second. Okay. So not. I was hoping NightMare might stay on one base and we'll get something really crazy, but no. Looks like we're getting a fairly mirrored build here.
Yeah. Nice. He is being a little bit more. How should I say? A little bit more greedy. His Nexus was thrown down a lot earlier, whereas NightMare, he threw down his Gateway first. So, yeah, we do have a little bit of a difference, but nothing too crazy at the moment. Yeah.
It's NightMare scouted the natural and immediately put a natural of his own. So kind of knew. Okay, I may have the opportunity to punish your grid, but no, I'll just catch up on it, and I don't want to risk it. Apparently.
Yeah, apparently. And we do see, okay, so the first player to throw down tech is NightMare, and he is going for that Stargate.
The donut. Doesn't look like a donut, but it has a hole in it, so it's a donut building. That's how I remember the Protoss buildings, because I can't bring myself to remember their names even after all these years. So I just there's a pretzel, which is the thing that makes immortals. There's the donut, which makes air units. There's the bear claw. That's the one that makes stalkers and stuff and adepts. It's the baguette. The baguette makes cannons and upgrades.
Has this been going on for a while? This is the first I'm hearing of this.
Oh, maybe you should watch your own team's broadcasts occasionly.
I mean, especially for SDO and MSO. Like, I did tune in, but okay. I was about to say, I'm pretty sure the Robo looks more like a donut than the Stargate.
No, it looks like a jelly donut, maybe, but not a donut. It doesn't have a hole. The hole is the key component here. I'm still trying to figure out what the Robo Bay is, because there's a kind of confectionery that kind of looks like that and has like, these little arches. I don't know how to describe it even. But yeah, I don't. Look, there's a limit to how much I can stretch these metaphors for food when it comes to Protoss. The buildings are just all look the same. Alright, Adam's sneaking into the main here. Gonna get a couple of workers.
Yeah, they get a
Oracle already did 6 and 7. The Oracle already did some damage, so we have 10 dead probes total for nice.
Yeah, and actually, nice. He was even forced to attack with his pros because he was forced to keep his stalkers to defend against the Oracle. So, yeah, he was pulled apart a little bit, and we see a reason why. It's because Nice, he is investing in this instead Dark Shrine coming out from Nice. So, I mean, he has to try and deal equal or even greater damage with that, and I don't know if he'll be able to.
Do you know what I just thought? It's not related to anything you were saying, but you know how my brain works.
Confectionery item?
No. If NightMare and Nice played Archon, they'll be NightMare.
God damn it, Steel. Oh god. Welcome back.
Think about it. It's a great word. We just came up with a great concept. Nightmare. It's like the opposite of a nightmare. It's like instead of a bad dream, it's a really nice dream. Nightmare. I'm a linguist genius. I am.
Oh god.
Oh, these get revealed, and we can see their true form. And as they died pretty quickly.
Exactly. Like, Nice trying to go DTs against NightMare, mate. He was ready for it. He had his Oracle in position. Didn't even need an observer. He was fine with just Revelation. He just completely shut it down. He hasn't spotted where the proxy is, but I mean,
Doesn't really matter.
Yeah, he's nice.
Oh, Nice is exploding gateways. And he's getting another robo. Or maybe, wait, that's the first robo that's getting? No, the second one. No, it's the first one. Okay.
Yeah.
So first pretzel. So maybe going Whiff Whiff because he's getting Twilight Councils. Not Twilight Council, the other one. Templar Archives.
Yeah.
I don't know what confectionery Templar Archives look like, so I'm forced to remember the name of the building.
It's lost on you. It's lost. We'll figure it out.
It's like, what even?
But you're right.
I need Zealot Chef to come and explain all these dishes.
God damn it. We do see that we do have Charge Lots and Archons on the way coming out from Nice. A little bit more of an old school PvP style. But NightMare, he's meeting him in kind. Like, he's also got Charge on the way and +1. So, yeah, you'll see just like two big pieces of beef like smash into each other.
There's a relation there. Look at the amount of force fields that NightMare has at his disposal.
Yeah.
Whoop.
I mean, he has to be careful.
He's gonna drop.
Yeah, he's gonna drop. He has to be careful with his force fields because, again, because our Archons here, like, they're just gonna neutralize the force fields completely. So we do see he's trying to fix them down.
Yeah. The Zealots just managed to run. Oh, they don't have charge. Yeah, that's an important part of the beef wave. Oh, it's about to finish in 10 and 8, 5 seconds. But there's a drop in the main at the same time.
Oh my god.
Big warping by NightMare here.
Jesus.
And by Nice.
Yes.
Warping wars have begun. Oh, but Nice is chasing NightMare away with the charge lots. Yeah, this is a beef wave. Beef wave is a very nice composition, you know. It's a Immortal Archon charge lot with some support units. Always nice to have a few Blink Stalkers and sentries as well. But the beef wave, the point is, you know, you get close to the enemy army, the Zealots rush forward and surround, and the Archons and Immortals, they just take care of anything that tries to attack you and just deal damage, while the Zealots keep the army occupied.
Yeah, for sure. And I don't know if you noticed, something that was crazy to me is, so NightMare, he went into the main with a bunch of sentries, he warped in Zealots, but then he used his sentries to hallucinate even more Zealots. That's why I was so confused. There were like all these hallucinated units as well. I'm like, what is happening? So he was like trying to make it look even scarier than it was. It was interesting.
Maybe he was trying to like bait him into thinking, oh, he has too much, I'm done here. I can't win against this. Them Zalooks, them Zealots there. Alright, here comes the beef wave. That's a lot of Zealots. Some of them do get caught in the time warp thingy. What's it? Oh, nice round.
stasis.
Nice round by NightMare. He tries to catch the warp prism, but doesn't quite get it.
Oh, but it's getting so low. One more hit. Oh, and it just doesn't go down.
But Nice is going to get a second wave here of charge lots to come and join. Still a lot of Archons alive, even one Immortal.
Yeah.
Oh, he wasted the charge. Did you see that?
Yeah, he ended up wasting the charge, and now the Disruptor is finally out. It looks like it gets a decent
Not enough
shot.
Disruptors, maybe. The Zealots get to the Immortals. They're trying to back away, and they're actually doing a lot of damage. More charges for NightMare as well. This is still very close.
Yeah, and the Void Ray gets sniped down as well from Nice. Nice is just continuing to warp in and push, but now a second Disruptor joins as well.
Come on.
It's okay.
Sorry.
It's okay.
And this Disruptor shot just went through his own army, and I'm like, no.
It was looking pretty bad there for a moment, yeah.
Like the worst throw in history, just no. And this Straptos, like little heart attacks. happy little heart attacks.
But now, surprisingly, NightMare was able to hold, even though he didn't end up sniping the Warp Prism. I was really surprised. Obviously, if he sniped the Warp Prism, he would have just been able to shut it down completely.
He finds the proxy. He doesn't see the proxy.
He doesn't see it. He has no idea.
It's so weird. It's like, oh, I could just warp in your mineral line.
He's so close. He's so close to spotting it, but doesn't quite. Maybe if he takes the gas, he'll be able to spot it, but oh boy.
Yeah, I think with the gas, you definitely spot the pylon there.
Oh, he sees it.
Oh, he's dropping DTs. He's catch the DT warp in. Now, NightMare at the same time did get a Twilight, not Twilight, thingy console, not console, Dark Shrine. That's the one. That's the puppy. By the way, Nice. Wait, Nice. Why is Nice's Dark Shrine?
Nice. He just lost it because it was proxied. Remember, it was proxied. It was just we just saw it go down.
My brain. I was just like, how did you warp in? Dark Templars were just now when he didn't have. Okay, never mind. My brain is dumb. I thought maybe he killed it at the drop at the main or something. Nice lift up on these disruptors. I'm gonna make them useless now. Oh! Let's get one connection.
Oh yeah, and he's trying to snipe the Warp Prism again. It's so low, but it looks like it's just going to be able to get away. And that was actually really smart from Nice, utilizing these Phoenixes to completely shut down the Disruptors. Like, that's exactly what he needs to do, because that's like the real threat here in NightMare's army.
Yeah. Alright, NightMare comes in. Oh, Nice is going for the surround. Can he use the Disruptors to put it? Oh, he lifted the Disruptors before they can even get a shot of. That's a recall, right? Yeah. NightMare calls a lot of his forces, but not all of them. The more up he's going to catch them.
Yeah, and just quickly checking, it looks like 3 Disruptors did go down, but I'm pretty sure the majority were saved. Oh my god, we have this line of Dark Shrine Templars.
Look at the upgrade he's getting.
Yep, he's getting it.
He's getting that upgrade. He's doing it. He's doing it. Light is doing it. Just like back in the days, he's doing it. And they're gonna have to wait here.
I'm just trying to see. I don't think there's detection here. So these DTs.
No observers, no oracles, no cannons, no. Oh, he's getting cannons. Oh, he's getting cannons. He's getting cannons. Oh. NightMare really has to move in right now on that 4th base.
Oh my god, the shield battery is keeping...
cannon.
Oh, the overcharge!
Get it! It's a lot of DPS! That means the 4th base is pretty much forfeit because there's nothing that could defend it. Yeah, the cannons are dead.
Yeah.
Nice is getting an observer, but it's going to be a while before it's ready.
Exactly, like the army's
deaded.
The army's here, but it just couldn't do anything, so the Nexus went down, and at the same time, I don't know if you noticed, but Nice was in the middle of pushing out. Like, he was about to push out across the map, and then he was forced back home because of the DTs.
Remember when you tried to make DTs against me? You didn't have Blink. This kid still does.
I like how you're right. Nightmare's an old man. He's like 20.
He played at the beginning of Legacy of the Void. I mean, that's pretty much old timer by now. Oh, all you Zoomers today with your DTs that don't have Blink. Run away! Nice, just making more and more observers.
He does. He's making 2 observers at a time. Oh,
Actually, no,
them...
that's a supply blocked one. It appears twice. That's why it. That's supply block. And depowered, the depowered one.
It was depowered because of that pylon. Wow, Jesus Christ. But yeah, NightMare, he was able to hold on, or like he kept Nice busy for so long that he's, you know, saturated on all his bases. There are quite a lot of Phoenixes here in this.
He's got 11 Phoenixes. He's got 8 Archons, 4 Immortals. Nice has a beefy army. He's got a very beefy army. He's getting Colossi as well. I mean, NightMare already has 4 Colossi, and they're getting thermal lands now. Oh, I just realized we were on Eternal Empire. I was like, oh, why are we getting this long game? Okay, it's just I forgot what map we're on.
I don't really know who I favor here, because I really like the Phoenixes, but there are just so many Stalkers. I don't know if they're really going to be able to pick off the Disruptors in time. Because at the end of the day, like,
because there's a not if they're gonna get caught here like this. I like that they bother picking up like 1 zealot on the way. Like, no, you get it. Oh, it's gonna get some damage here.
Yeah, and NightMare, I'm just quickly checking. He does not respond. He's still committing to this. He's like, you know what? You can do whatever you want. I'm gonna push with my main army. And the Phoenixes, they turned around. Oh,
11 Archons. Oh, the Phoenix, they come back for the Colossi. And they got no lift. Ah, they don't lift this. Okay, now they lift this Disruptors. But some of the Novas did connect, and a lot of Nice's beefy units are very low on health. The Archons are kind of dwindling here. I'm not sure where this is going to go. They do get to the Colossi. The Colossi are backing away. The Disruptors should have more shots, but they're gate lifted.
Yeah, they do. But the DTs! The DTs got everything!
Yeah. There is detection for Nice, but the DTs still have a lot of DPS. And also, it's... Yeah, okay, they both got just nuked to death. They're down to just a handful of army units.
Exactly, just like that, they both basically lost 100 army supply or 100 supply. They lost so many high-tech units. It was a really surprising flank there by the DTs, but they did what they had to do. And I mean, I kind of favor Nice a little bit because he kept the majority of his Phoenixes alive, and you know, you can keep using them to deal with the Disruptors. But oh god, the DTs.
Oh, the DTs are sneaking in. There's a cannon here, there's a shield battery as well. But there's not much else to defend. They can actually get this Nexus. No focus. What are you doing?
Interesting.
Is that a recall? Okay,
yeah.
That's a recall.
Interesting decision there that he chose to recall. Like, he definitely could have committed to kill the Nexus. At the same time, this isn't a very valuable Nexus, to be fair. Like, there's like, it's just for the gas.
It's not mining. It's not mining. So there's no point in risking your very small army supply. On that, especially when these are, especially when you can use them to turn into Archons. That was my follow-up to that. Yeah, you don't want to waste the DTs.
Yeah, definitely. And it looks like the DTs, they can find an opportunity to go in again because the army has left. Like, it is here at the 4th base, but there's definitely an opportunity for Blink DTs to get into the main, to snipe some tech.
They can snipe the Robos. Ooh, they can snipe the Robos in the 3rd base. If they can get the Robos, that is huge.
I'm actually so surprised. Extended Thermal Lance is only just finishing up for Nice. Like, feels quite late.
Because he started Colossi very late as well.
Yeah.
He was busy. He was busy losing all of his army. Well, you could. The Phoenix are going to. Stalker, a warping of stalkers. We're gonna chase the Phoenix A away. Armies are clashing again. This time, much smaller quantities.
Yeah, definitely. Like, even though NightMare has a higher supply, it doesn't necessarily feel that way. And oh god, a disruptor picked up for free.
Oh, I think that was a good disruptor shot. I'm not sure if it exploded or got lifted and cancelled.
Oh
several nice finish for both of them. NightMare has more stuff on the ground though. A lot more stalkers, which is great against the Phoenix A and everything else.
Exactly, and at the same time, the DTs got into the main base. They're going to be killing everything here, and there's nothing to stop him because if Nice recalls, then he's just going to lose the fight.
GG. NightMare delivers on the brand here. You were hoping for Blink DTs, and Blink DTs we got. And they actually did win the game. Like they were the deciding factor between the two, like, fairly equal, armies and economies.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm very impressed by how Nice played. I think he held his own for the most part against NightMare. It did kind of come down to the DTs in the end. Like, NightMare, he did well with them.
Yeah. It was. I was about to say classic, but I'm not sure classic used like DTs in it. I think he did once, maybe. I want to say. I don't know.
Yeah,
let's not rely on my memory, please. Steelmold.
I'm sure he did, but it wasn't something he was known for. I mean, you read it, right? Like, NightMare, he kind of coined it, like he was the OG when it comes to Blink DTs, and I love that, he's still using them even today.
Yeah, nicest portrait is a void, right? Maybe we'll see some of that.
I was about to say, that's definitely something that we haven't seen. Maybe this player here in the top right will be willing to do so. Spawning in Everdream LE, we have the South Korean Protoss player. Representing Team NV, it is NightMare.
In the southwest corner of the map, facing his very own NightMare, it is our red Protoss all the way from the land of Taiwan. Playing for Alpha X, our red Protoss is Nice. I hope he's actually really nice in real life. Because I'd hate for that to be like a brand thing. He brands himself as being a nice person, but really isn't behind the scenes. And it's like disappointing.
Do you think he feels he's forced to be nicer than even normal because of his name?
Forced. He chose his name. It's not like forced. It's like it was branded as nice. Well, like, he sat on the StarCraft sorting hat, and Dumbledore put a StarCraft sorting hat on his head. It's like, you will play Protoss and you will be nice. I'm like, okay, I guess.
I want that to be a thing now. Why is that not a thing?
It's like Meg's coming in with a hat that he puts on your head that controls, takes over your brain or something, some psychopathic.
It's like you're gonna be a NightMare. He's like, but I'm a really nice guy. It's like
NightMare. We need like a ceremony when a professional player like gets to choose their final race. Like, this is the race I'm going to play for the rest of my career. And there's like a ceremony.
We need to make it happen. We need to make our own StarCraft version of Hogwarts.
And this sorting hat is going to sit on its head, and the player's head is like, so, I see that you like to be angry. You have a lot of anger in you. You should be Terran. Yes, definitely Terran. Look, but I don't want to be Terran. You are Terran. Like, screw you. I don't want to be Terran. I'm not angry. You're angry. Definitely Terran.
Oh god! As soon as like you were leading into this, I was just thinking of Carwin the entire time. He's just,
the salt golem. So yeah, Terran's. You know, you can't play Terran and not be angry at the game.
Yeah, it's
because Terran is basically designed to anger your senses. That's the balance of the Terran. Terran is a very powerful race. The one balancing aspect of it, one of the most like balancing things, it's infuriating to play. You have to micromanage every damn thing all the time, and if you miss one thing, this is what happens in a Terran's head all the time when they're playing.
I mean, really, that's why it's all the more impressive that someone like Innovation, like that's why that was his claim to fame. The fact that he played Terran and he was emotionless at the same time. It was something never before seen.
Yeah, maybe he had like an emotion nectomy, or you reap your emotions out. NightMare is losing a lot of probes here.
Oh yeah.
while we're busy complaining about Terrans being angry.
Yeah, that was actually really nicely done by Nice. He was able to shade 2 adepts into the main base. NightMare was not fast enough with the block at the ramp, and the Oracle went in as well. God, now you have 2.
Yes. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. They're coming in. Nice focus fire. Keeps both of the oracles alive as well. It's 4 more probes, and there's the recall. Because nobody likes hanging out on that mountain. All the flying units trying to make their way around the mountain, and they can't because of the pathing issues on this map. It's always funny to see some overlord trying to fly around the mountain. It can't. It's just frustrated like a Terran.
Yeah, and NightMare, he was able to sneak into the main base as well, but
what are you doing there? Why didn't they shade out? You're not Reapers. You can't jump off of cliffs. Cliffs.
Yeah,
Did I say cliffs? I said cliffs.
Cliffs.
Cliffs. I said it with a PH. It's fine.
Yeah, they did manage to get in, but I don't know if you saw, that was actually some really, I don't want to say nice, really, it was nice. Accurate. It was accurate. Micro there, he was able to warp in some units to like lock in the depths of NightMare, so he just couldn't get into the mineral line. And yeah, Nice is just kind of, it feels like he's been in control of this entire game, except, you know, the workers are actually quite even at the moment, and NightMare was the first to expand and take his 3rd base.
Yeah, more adepts shading in here. Gonna get a few more workers. Oracle being cheeky as well. Nice, they get some more gate. How many gateways is that? It's gonna be 8 in total. Alright. And charge, so we're gonna get another brief wave, looks like it. No Archons though.
Yeah, so we do see that, I guess with the advantage that Nice had with killing all those workers, like he is spending a lot on his production on all these gateways, so it looks like his army should be ramping up pretty soon. But, you know, NightMare, he's gonna have Blink pretty soon, so maybe he'll be able to do something with that, maybe even Blink into the main.
Yeah, so it's gonna be beef wave without the Archons, so it's like, it's a beef wave neat, as opposed to beef wave on the rocks, because you get ice cubes in there, like ice balls. Get it? Because the Archons are ice balls. I'm trying to work out a way to expand the beef wave terminology.
I don't know how I feel about expanding the beef wave terminology into alcohol.
Yeah, it's like on the rocks and neat.
Because then it
without the Archons,
like,
you need the Archons. You need the Archons.
Well, then it sounds like the beef wave is actually a drink, and the zealots are actually the whiskey or whatever, right?
The zealots, they're more like the salt on the rim of the glass when you have like a margarita or something.
Well, then what's the drink then? What are you drinking?
I don't know. What would immortals be? They look like they look like rum, I guess. You know, they're strong, but they're not. You know, they're not as. Oh, maybe the whiskey. I don't know. It's been a while since I was a bartender. I don't know my drinks anymore.
Oh god! And meanwhile, this entire time, NightMare, he's been blinking his heart out right now, trying to trade as best he can, and he reset the Zealot count at least.
Yeah, but you can't really blink against immortals like that because you're not going to trade well. More kills. These oracles have been so effective.
Oh yeah.
7 kills on that one. The other one is dead, but you know, it's kill a lot. 23 dead probes for NightMare this game.
That's what's crazy to me though, is that even though he's been losing all these workers, like he's still ahead. Like he's ahead in workers.
Yes, because he's making workers instead of getting tech and upgrades and units.
Yeah.
Unlike Nice, who has a beef wave.
Which is why I like that NightMare, he is opting to kind of like skip a lot of the immortals and a lot of like this kind of army composition that NightMare is going for. Instead, he's going right into disruptors. And this time there aren't any phoenixes to stop this from happening, but there is a Stargate, so Nice, once he scouts, like he can like start pumping them out.
Yeah. Oh, nice blink up here, but the probe pylon, the scouting pylon is going to catch that. Well, it's a nice attempt, but NightMare at least gets his units out and doesn't lose the warp prism. How many disruptors do we have now? Oh, it's only one so far. Where are on the way? I mean, NightMare really needs some more tech in this army because just Blink Stalkers, it's done. The phase of the game where Blink Stalkers work is done. Now they're a support unit. You need something else to be the mainstay of the army right now. It's nice to have Blink Stalkers because you know you want to have something to blink on top of warp prisms. You know, catch units here and there, but you can't have them as something that goes up against 6 immortals.
Yeah, definitely, and it's such a shame. NightMare, he was doing the best he could to deny the hallucination, but it scouted the robotics bay. So immediately, as soon as that happened, Nice, he threw down a second Stargate and started Phoenix production.
Yeah, both of them starting on thermal lands. What are they? Did I miss a memo or something? Why is Colossus back on the menu?
Well,
for PvP. When did this happen?
It's because
it was a useless unit for years, and now suddenly everyone is just making it.
Well, like because of the Zealot Archon, like you want Colossus against the Zealots, right? Like that's the kind of AoE that you want here. So it's like kind of weird how the army composition has evolved.
So when you get a beef wave, so in order to counter the beef wave, you get like a laser slicer, you know, to carve the beef. See how the beef wave terminology is expanding here. Yeah.
God damn it. What's the disruptor
then? If you don't get too many, if you don't have enough zealots, you have like a lean beef wave. Right? It doesn't have any fat in it. Nothing to waste away. No. Your silence feeds me. Your silence is consent to my nonsense. Your silence is consent to my nonsense.
Calm down, Yaku, okay? Jesus Christ.
If you don't counter me, you agree with me.
Jesus Christ. Okay, so oh no, the warp prism!
Yeah, it gets caught. Blink DTs are on the way for NightMare.
Yeah, I mean,
in doubt.
Of course, right? Like that's the way to try and get back into this. But I imagine, especially based off of game one, Nice, he's got to be more prepared for this sort of thing, right? Like he's already experienced this. I imagine he's going to be throwing down more detection.
I mean, I just checked. He hasn't scouted the Dark Shrine. So I mean, he's getting cannons all over the place. So you know.
Yeah, I mean, he's actually getting quite a lot here at his newest expansion. The other ones, they have one, which will buy a little bit of time, so it'll definitely help.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see.
He does have an observer, and he has two robotics facilities. He's getting another observer as well, more cannons. Yeah, I think he's kind of sniffing those DTs. It's like, how did he win the last game? Yeah, he broke the tie by bringing League DTs. Let's make sure we have protection all over the place.
Yeah.
Right, and here they come.
Exactly, they got blink, so they can just go right into the main
timing,
base.
Yeah, the hallucination is gonna give him high ground vision.
Go! Just finished. Go!
Before the hallucination. Don't let the hallucination run out. NightMare, please. There we go. They're on the move.
There we go.
There we go. Oh.
Look at the buffet before him. he's like looking at it.
They're just I'm gonna wait until this upgrade finishes before I move in. I think he wants to blink over the wall there, or just maybe he wants to wait until he knows where the army is and then move in.
That makes the most
there
sense.
we go. He blinks into the mineral line there.
Yeah, and he just immediately kills 2 of the cannons in the mineral line. Now everything else here should be falling. He forces the main army to come back. I was just kind of waiting for like the main army of NightMare to do something at the same time.
Yeah, I don't think these DTs really end up doing pretty much nothing because they weren't focused. They're just running around basically chasing one zealot, and they just end up not killing a lot. Mothership for nice.
Oh, I like this.
Like you have invisible units. Guess what? I have invisible everything.
I like it, but I like it because it gives NightMare an opportunity right now because he does have high ground vision. He can blink in and he can actually snipe the Nexus if he wants to, which will deny the mothership.
Yeah. No, I think he's going for workers more than anything here. The Phoenix here. They don't action. Here's the observer though. Yeah, this is pretty much over. Oh, the main armies are colliding. NightMare is just getting so low on army supply. And Nice is, I think he's sniffing the weakness here.
Yeah.
To keep on pushing.
Definitely. I mean, there is an opportunity because all the Phoenixes are at home, so the Disruptors, they can get good shots off. Oh god, but they're here.
Yeah, no. Holy. The Phoenix, they just came in and lifted. Oh, that was a scene from a movie. That was. That was so close. Oh, I thought those were going to be connecting for sure. When the Phoenix had just emerged out of nowhere. Oh, well done. I need to mark myself to clip this. Clutch. Phoenix. How do you spell Phoenix? This is the ups. There we go.
Yeah, and we do see NightMare, he's like trying to do as best he can to continue to harass. The War Prism goes down. Zealots are in the main base. There are DTs in the natural as well, but they all get cleaned up. Like, this is kind of like a desperation move. Like, we do see, I don't know. At this point, it feels like NightMare, he's just spent so much gas in those DTs and they just haven't paid for themselves.
Yeah, I like the Zealots much better. You know, Chargers, they're way cheaper. They do a tremendous amount of damage. You don't really need to micro them. You're not bothered whether there's detection or not. It's just like, yeah, go ahead. Go and play. Go ahead, kids. Just warp in 10 of them and just let them rip. It's just minerals. Who cares?
Yeah, it's a shame that the War Prism was also taking out as well. Though, like that kind of like denies any more harassment, and now Nice, he's free to finally like push out with his own army, finally with the mothership.
By the way, that's the third War Prism that dies for NightMare. It's like Nice has been sniping them quite competently this game. All right, more DTs. Okay, finally they're going to catch something really good here. Going to deny the upgrades. But the main armies are colliding. Nice is going to... I think it's just going to roll over NightMare. More reinforcements coming in from the sides.
Yeah,
there's a revelation. So the mothership really isn't doing much here at the moment. It's just dead supply.
Minus 400, minus 400. Like the revelation just. Oh no, the move command.
Is there an observer for NightMare?
There's a cannon.
3 of them. Yeah. He has observers, and yeah, he manages to push Nice away. Again, they kind of nuke themselves back into the Stone Age. They keep the Colossi this time.
Yeah. The reinforcements from NightMare came just in time. The Colossus came from the main. The Zealot flank as well from the left. It was actually like just in time, because if that wasn't there, then Nice, I think he probably could have potentially ended the game. So NightMare just holding on. But I think now we've gotten to the point where NightMare, his supply, it's so low, and it means that he can't be everywhere at once. Like he can't stop this.
Yeah, and I like this harassment right now because it cripples NightMare's economy at a time where it's very difficult. He can't afford to just remake all of these probes. He is doing it because he has to, but this costs him army units that you really need. Is already almost half the supply of Nice just in terms of army. It's gonna be really good for Nice for the next fight. Just have all of this very versatile army. He's got the Phoenix, he's got the Mothership, he's got a lot of Colossi, 5 of them, with Archons, Immortals, Charge Lots. Well, NightMare is just most of his army is Charge Lots. He does have a lot of Archons, he has 7 of them. That's nice.
Yeah,
well,
it does.
It's NightMare. Sorry, it's NightMare. So that's NightMare.
It does feel like Nice has, for the most part, just been ahead in terms of the army composition. I think that's the most important part. Not just the supply, but like he's just been really diverse with his army, and he's just had an answer for everything. And to be fair, NightMare does find an opportunity here because the army is out of position of Nice. So he does get a cancel, but he has to be careful not to get like caught out here.
Yeah, the Phoenix at this time were harassing at the 4th base. They didn't get quite a lot of because there were cannons, and they just wanted to go get the Phoenix back home to defend. Now that they are here, they gotta stay away from the Archons. They're so low on health, and they can't clump up. One volley. Did you see that?
Wow.
One hit from the Archons, and they just disappeared.
Jesus Christ. And that was a great start, but at the end of the day, the ground army of Nice is still too big.
Yeah. Nice has got this. We are going into an ace match here.
We definitely are. Like Nice, he pushes on through, he kills the Nexus, and now, sure, NightMare, he's been able to do a lot with run-bys, with Zealots, with DTs, but now at this stage of the game, I don't know, it's gonna be so difficult to pull off.
By the way, we missed Beyond versus Bunny, which Jen's salty about because we didn't get to see that in GSL. Yeah, we have Hurricane versus Silky. We got Beyond versus Probe right now. That's happening.
Yeah.
Stats versus Firefly.
We didn't get to really touch on it, but Beyond, of course, it is his debut in ESL Open Cup Asia. It's his first time playing, and I'm sure we'll get around to casting him later on tonight.
Yeah, this is very much the favorite to be in the finals today. A Terran.
It's been a while.
Maybe it won't even be a Protoss against him. Who knows?
Wow, that's crazy. I don't know about that one.
I haven't really checked. I think everyone else is also Protoss. Wait, no, Silky is Zerg, right? Yeah, Silky is Zerg. He's up against Hurricane though, so yeah, so it's gonna be a Protoss.
Yeah, he's got a tough ask in front of him. And of course, Stats is in the upper half of the bracket as well, and we kind of expect him to do well.
Yeah.
But you know, we're still here in this PvP, and I don't know if you saw, but actually some really nice disruptor hits went off from NightMare, so he's been able to kind of, you know, hold the line, kind of push Nice back. Again, NightMare, he just has to buy as much time as he can. Oh god.
Yeah. No, I was looking at the bracket, so it's a good thing. I don't need to take my heart medicine. Come on, shots. Okay. Nice. I'm back and wait. Oh, look over there. It's a lot. See, this is what I don't like about the Mothership. It just blocks everything that's going on underneath it, so you can't even see. One of these disruptors coming in for the side, but they're kind of wasted on nothing. I'm not sure what was. I think he was accidentally discharging those. Oh, nice time warp there.
Yeah,
that's something we see every day.
All the disruptors were picked up, and now the ground army of Nice is pushing on forward, and everything gets taken out.
Yeah, it's admirable that NightMare has managed to stay in the game for so long, but yeah, Nice has had this for a while. I mean, when you have disruptors, there's always the chance that your enemy just doesn't pay attention, or makes a misstep, and their army disappears, and suddenly there's a chance, there's an opening for you to come back into the game. So definitely should stay and try. Yeah, but Nice was just double the army supply for 10 minutes. So we did not let NightMare get back into an actual good supply count.
Yeah, I think Nice did a really good job of adapting after game number 1. He was so
didn't
much...
make adapts.
He was so much more...
Sorry, that was stupid.
He was so
stupid
much
and
more...
inconsiderate, and I apologize.
It's fine. He was so much more prepared for the DTs and for the disruptors as well. Like, again, he was just so on top of his Phoenix production.
Mm-hmm. All right. So Pillars of Gold is going to be our next map. The pillars that hold the golden ball, which is in fact golden, and prevents you from getting into Platinum League. That's how life works. That NightMare, that's a DT banner, right? The one that's holding the Hydralisk skull.
I think so.
That's like I think that was like Zeratul in the. It was going into the archaeological dig or something. It was like fighting a Hydralisk or something. I vaguely remember some cinematic with that.
Spawning in. I was like, do I want to try and turn Zeratul into I can't. Not even gonna try. Not even gonna. In the top right hand corner of Pillars of Gold LE, we have the South Korean Protoss player representing Team NV. It is NightMare.
And in the southwest corner of the map, all the way from the land of Taiwan, representing Alpha X, our red Protoss, currently sideways 1-1 in this series. Give it up for Nice! I mean, just as a general rule, you should feel free to ignore anything I say and just continue on, move on, because, I believe it or not everything I say is funny and definitely not worth mentioning.
I'm trying to acknowledge what you say. I'm here for you, Steel. You don't have to speak to the ether. It's okay.
You're trying to yes and, but all you come out with is what and what and what.
That's great.
So it's okay. I cast with Yaku, so I know how it feels to cast with someone who doesn't make any sense. All right, it's gonna be Proxy Stargate.
Oh my god.
Versus Proxy something.
It's gonna be Rabbit.
YouTubers!
Rabbit, do it.
Yes. We're getting it. It's happening!
If Yaku was here, of course, every single PvP you have to have this. Proxy Robo versus Proxy Stargate. It's mandatory.
Yeah, they were like, oh wait, we played 2 games and we didn't do like Proxy versus Proxy. We have to do it. Gentleman's agreement. I mean, I say gentlemen, but they're Protoss, they're not gentlemen. So.
Wow.
The sorting hat, the StarCraft sorting hat weeds out the honorable people from playing Protoss. It doesn't happen. Like you have too much honor and integrity. You cannot be Protoss. You have honor, you have integrity, and you're not angry. You'll be Zerg.
And oh god, no, NightMare! He spotted it, but it's not fast enough. The Oracle, it still gets out.
Yeah, but it's gonna be just one Oracle, because there's not gonna be a follow-up. Now you're going to have to juggle between the Adepts and the Oracle with just 2 Stalkers here.
Yeah, and the Adepts...
is... Oh, it gets the Oracle! Oh no!
Oh my god, NightMare's all over the place. He got the Oracle, he stopped the Adepts, and he even had Stalkers out on the map to catch the Adepts as well.
And the Immortal is already prepared and marching, you know. Oh, actually, he's waiting for the War Prism. Okay. It's going to be a... Because Immortal juggling here. Nice is in a... Not in a nice position.
No, not at all. This is a nightmare for him, if you will. Because everything was... Sorry.
Pistol snaps.
Oh god, I just don't know what he does from here, because yeah, that's it.
This is what you do. He does the only logic. It is the only logical conclusion, Captain. GG out. There we go. NightMare will continue to face Maxed. That's the player that's waiting there, and I'm assuming we'll just continue with them. This it looks like everyone else is in game.
Yeah, we are just gonna be following NightMare on into another PvP. Of course it is. It's.
We are CranKy Ducklings. We must cast PvP.
Mm-hmm.
Especially in ESL Asia. I mean, this is the PvP tournament. This is where all the Protoss disappeared to.
I mean, it normally is, which is why I'm kind of excited, because now is the week where maybe that's going to switch up, where Bjorn is looking to try and stop that from happening.